All right, tonight I want to record a video for everybody, including myself. This this typically would be something that I keep between me and my journal, or uh, between me and my voice recordings that I do at nighttime. Um, a lot of times I just keep my thoughts to myself, but I think that sharing them tonight could be very beneficial for some people. So the topic for tonight is going to be mental health. I truly believe, I inherently believe that this is something that all people should pursue. If you're not mentally healthy, then you can be very physically healthy, but if you're not mentally healthy, then it's like you're only half of who you should be or half of what you could be. So, mental health is the topic tonight. And I would say that you have to start by pursuing balance in your life. This is coming from a person who is a neat freak. Like, I have to have everything clean and orderly. I do things in certain steps. I'm very orderly, and sometimes to a fault. Or I can have times where I do things out of repetition just to keep the repetition, when sometimes I need to change things up. So what I'm trying to get at is balance. You can't stay the same always, and you can't be prone to change too much. And that's just one example of mental health. I would say that mental health starts first and foremost with how you talk to yourself and the thoughts that you have inside, how you speak to yourself. Um, you can't be overly positive. If you're too positive, then you become unrealistic and untethered from reality. If you are if you are too negative, then you become depressed, of course. So it's all about balance in life. It's all about finding that balance. Um, so yeah, I would say that how you think about yourself is very important, and how you react to things is equally as important. So let's say something bad happens. What is your normal reaction? How do things typically go in your mind? Like, do you get angry? Uh, do you get frustrated? Um, does it feel like you're always hitting a wall every time something is happening to you? I think how we think about ourselves and how we react to situations in our life is equally as important, if not more so, because the things we can control, we typically do well. And the situations that are outside of our control can be more difficult to deal with. So this is something I picked up on a few years ago. How you handle chaos, or who you are in chaotic situations and chaotic scenarios, really defines yourself. It defines who you are. If you handle chaos well, then it not only means you're strong and resilient, but you have a keen mind, and you take time to consider your actions. I would say that sometimes taking an extra breath when difficult moments are happening can be super helpful. Or sometimes just taking a step back and considering the different options can also be super helpful. I find this tactic to work very well when I'm teaching. Some days, especially when the semester began at my school, like when the semester first began at my school, I was very prone to get upset with the kids because I felt like they just weren't listening or weren't getting what I was saying. But there was a disconnect between me and the kids. I was wasting my energy, and quite literally, I was wasting my words by saying things in a fashion or even just using unnecessary words that they don't understand or uh, that they already know. I think what I'm trying to get at is my experience teaching kids English has taught me so much about how to gain others' respect and how to communicate with other people. Because they might be kids that I'm teaching, but they're very smart. They're smart beyond their years. So I feel like I just got off on a tangent, but the point being, find balance and work on how you react in chaotic situations. Is something that I do every day, and I'm certainly a work in progress just as much as anybody else. So, with that said, I think how you eat, what you put into your body, whether you hydrate enough by drinking water and maybe juice from time to time. I think what you put into your body, what you eat, is also very important for your mental health. Another thing that kind of goes hand in hand with eating well is physical exercise. Now, this can range from something very simple to very complicated, depending on the person you are and the interests that you have and the kind of habits that you want to keep. You could do something very simple as go on a walk once a day and get your exercise and allow your mind to breathe and your thoughts to flow or wander, if you will. Something as simple as a daily walk to something as complicated as a fitness routine at a gym. It could be anything. For me, I choose to work out at home for about 45 minutes to an hour, and I kind of do the same type of workout. And I just set goals for myself so that I'm always pushing. And you can always change up the routines that you have. You can always change up the exercises, the duration, the time. You can change up the order of things. I think it's always important to adapt to the world that we're in and to set goals that push yourself always. The more you become accustomed to aiming for up here rather than down here, it changes the very essence of who you are. And it becomes more and more automatic as you live life. So, something that I've realized is like changing your mindset, it doesn't cost anything. I mean, that's true for the most part. Maybe you'll spend a little bit more money at the grocery store on healthy food, or maybe you buy a gym membership and it costs you some money. But for the most part, the saying that changing your mindset is free is true. It doesn't cost anything to start having more positive thoughts on the inside. Um, it takes nothing to, I mean, it takes energy, but it takes no money. Like, it costs you nothing other than shifting the thoughts that you have each day. It requires sacrifice. It requires commitment. But I have chosen to be fearless in my pursuit of my dreams and my goals. So, fearlessness does not care about the commitment or sacrifice required. If someone is truly fearless and courageous in their pursuit and approach, then there's nothing that will scare that person away. So what I'm trying to say is, there's nothing that I am going to allow to stop me from reaching my goals and accomplishing my dreams in life. And mental health directly ties into that. If I'm not mentally healthy, then I can't accomplish what I truly want in life, because how will I even know? I'll be lost in the fog of life, or I'll be, meandering through a very dark place searching for a light. But why do I need to search for a light when I can be a light, when I can be the light that I need in my life? And, mental health, if you can get mental health under control and have a solid understanding and consistent commitment to mental health, then there are so many opportunities that open up for you. And by that, I mean anything that you want to accomplish, mental health is part of that foundation of building a good life. So I'd say the biggest thing for mental health is balance. Being positive, being resilient, being patient. You need to love yourself and you need to love others. I think a concept that people talk about all the time that is interesting but also kind of funny is karma. I mean, karma is simply input output. We we treat it as like magic sometimes because it seems that way, I think. Um, but karma is literally input output into a universe that is built on math. So if you're mean to someone, you should expect that person to not like you as much. If, for example, if you're serious all the time, you should expect your life to kind of be boring. That's coming from me, who I used to be so serious, like all the time, like to the point where I just didn't enjoy life and I didn't even like the person that I was. That's how serious I was. And now I feel far more free to be myself. I feel far more free to be funny and to be silly. I've discovered some of my humor and my personality. I still feel like I have so much to discover and to experience about the person that I am, about who I am. Um, but I really just want to share tonight with you about gaining a healthier perspective and tapping into the true person that you are. That's all. Um, I think something else that's helped me along the way is the trials and tribulations that I've gone through. Something that I do sometimes, from time to time, I will think back maybe a year or 2 or 3 years from now in the past, and I'll consider, who was I? What was I struggling with? What did my life look like, and how different does it look now? Because considering the past in small amounts is healthy. It helps us understand what we have to be thankful for. Um, it helps us understand where we need to still grow. And I just feel like it's so interesting to think back in time and say, okay, I was A, B, C, D, and now I'm A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Like, just, you can see the growth. You can see the progress. You can see the maturity. Um, I think it's beautiful. I think life is beautiful. And for all we know, as far as anybody knows, we only get one life down here as the person that we are. And we should live it uh, to the best that we can. We should take care of ourselves and we should find joy. We should find joy in each and every day that we walk on this earth. There is life in each breath that we take, and it passes us by so quickly. So I try to keep a healthy perspective, and I'm working on balance each and every day. It is an immense challenge sometimes to find balance. Um, but it is an admirable goal and something that will help you in life very much. So, to anyone that's watching, set goals for yourself and don't quit. And when you accomplish those goals, find new interests, set different goals, challenge yourself in a greater way. Um, don't let life defeat you. Conquer life. Flip the script. We're here to leave our mark, to make our impression. You don't want life to make an impression on you. I've been there, I've done that, and it is tough. I've had some very low lows and some high highs. And I'm thankful for where I'm at in life. And I'm thankful that I have this opportunity to make videos and to share my thoughts and my ideas. I'm a very simple person, and if this video even helps one person in the smallest of ways, then I've accomplished what I wanted. So, yeah, that's my take on mental health. I think ask yourself what you really enjoy and try to push your limits, try to push your boundaries. I work a very demanding job. The hours of work are 9 to 6, sometimes 9 to 7, you could say. So, what is that? 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's like 9 or 10 hours of work every day. And I'm teaching up to 10 classes a day. And I come home, I make dinner, I find time to work out, take care of my body by eating healthy, working out, and then I always do something creative, because if I feel like if I do not invest in myself and do something unrelated to work, that I've kind of wasted the day. I don't know. I think I've built that mindset up over time. It kind of started back in December when I went on vacation and kind of realized that I was spinning on a hamster wheel and not really doing anything for myself. So this mindset has grown, and this mindset has developed so much in the past 4 months. It's incredible, honestly, how much progress that I've made just by chipping away at things each day. I've got a wall full of creative things that I've done, and now I've started my own YouTube channel and I'm making videos, and there's going to be so many videos on the way of all kinds of different things that I just want people to see, or that I want to be out there to share with others and not just have for myself. So, this is me, and this is my life. And I'm very proud of being at this point where I can make a video each day, which is my goal, to make one video each day that can be published, and to just create a bunch of content that builds up over time. And, in a way, it's a library of my mind. This is a library of my creative skills, a portfolio. So that's what I'm here to do, and this is literally my thinking and my goals. These are my goals and how I set my goals. I don't write them down. It's just something that I mentally tell myself I'm going to do. So I have adopted a mindset of commitment, and honestly, it started with very small things. For example, my mom always taught me to make my bed each morning when I get out of bed, because when you come back home to a clean bed, you sleep better in it, is part of the reason she told me to do it. And also, cleaning your bed is kind of a way to accept the challenges of the day, the things that will lie ahead. Because if you're leaving things better than you found it, even something like your bed that maybe you feel like, doesn't really matter, the smallest things make the biggest difference in your mind. And I'm not saying that it's wrong to not make your bed, but I'm just saying very small decisions that I make throughout the day accumulate into goals and achievements. And those things accumulate into mindsets and dreams. So, I don't know how helpful this video is, but I hope that it helps somebody. I hope that it makes a difference in someone's life someday. Maybe not in 10 years, maybe not in 30 years. Maybe somebody watches this when they're, I don't know, in 2050, in 26 years, and it makes a difference to them. I don't know. But just know this: mindset's important. Set small goals for yourself. Always be growing. At the end of each day, if you can check the box that you grew in some way, shape, or form, then you've had a positive day. Work on the mindset. Work on shifting how you speak to yourself, how you speak to others, how you use your energy. Know when to save your energy and when to use your energy. Be wise with your time. And don't forget to smell the roses. Something else that I learned, 2 or 3 years ago, I was delivery driving in Cincinnati, Ohio. And when I delivery drove, man, I worked my butt off. I worked so many hours. I would drive for so long. I made thousands of dollars delivery driving, which I feel like a very small percentage of people did. And I will never forget that I walked into a CVS one time to pick up an order in Cincinnati, Ohio, and the security guard told me something to the effect of, "Don't live life too fast, don't move too fast," because he saw I was rushing. He said, "Don't forget to smell the roses. People your age forget to smell the roses." And what he was trying to tell me is, don't take your life for granted. Don't try to always be rushing through things. Even if they're hard, don't rush through them. Enjoy them. Soak up the moments. Soak up the beauty. There is beauty in each moment. Sometimes life's hard, but there's beauty in each and every moment. And I not only believe that, but I've experienced that. And the more that you think this way in your mind, the more beneficial it is to your heart and your life. So these are just some thoughts about mental health. I have a lot more that I could say, but I think that this is a great starting place. And I wish love and success and happiness to anyone who watches this. And just know that you can achieve anything that is within your heart if you set your mind to it and you take the steps each day. Even if it's just one step, you're getting that much closer to achieving or accomplishing the things you want in life. So be yourself, be patient, be fearless, be loving, be kind, be loyal, and be the light that you want to see in the world. Be the person that you wish you had next to you, or be the person that you wish you crossed paths with. And set your mind to something. Our minds are very powerful. We can quite literally accomplish anything we think of. So if you have a thought, then just create a plan. Maybe it's a loose plan. Maybe you really don't know how it'll work out. Just make, get an idea in your mind, or if you have an idea in your mind, make a plan and set small goals that you achieve each day. And don't think too far in the future, and don't consider the past too long. The past can be our friend, and the future is always going to be there. The present is the gift. Literally, the present is our gift. So be thankful, and spend your time wisely in life. And oh, yeah, don't forget to smell the roses.